Hey there, before I start the video, I'd just like a little apology. Sorry how long the video is. Please try and watch most you can. I really appreciate it if you do. It's my first video like this. And the other thing is the quality is really bad for the first 20 minutes. So bear that in mind. I had a light on my tripod and it just kept going flat and flat. So it's really bad at the start. I tried my best editing, but yeah, just let you know that, a bit of a heads up. But anyway, let's continue on to the video.
Hey there, my name is Nate and this is my YouTube channel, Volkswagen Classics. In today's video, I just want to talk about future plans this year in 2025 on projects. I also want to tell you my backstory. If you don't want to watch that, just skip ahead, that's fine. But I thought I'd do it because I haven't done it on my YouTube videos before. So, my backstory. Since I was probably, little, I don't know. I always liked cars, especially the older cars, and when I was probably 12, I wanted like an old car. I wanted a Effie, F truck, so that it's got ground clearance and stuff like that from where I live up in the bush, and I liked them. And I always wanted an old car as my first car. I liked the look and stuff. Anyway, I didn't know much about Beetles. And every time I thought of Beetles, I sort of thought of the late model ones, Super Beetles and stuff. I didn't know about the early ones. Anyway, this guy down the road, he said to us probably when I was 12 that he had some old Beetles he'd give us for free. Anyway, time passed and it was maybe a year after that, and we went to have a look at them. And one was a floor. There were three actually. One was like not many body panels left. I think it was just guards and stuff. I think the roof was chopped off, just going off memory. Um, there was one that was just a floor pan, and one that was cut at the back, like smashed at the front, and like pretty butchered. Anyway, we didn't get the first one, so the one I said looked like it had the roof cut off. I went to someone else, but we got the other two. Anyway, before we got them, we sort of had a look, and we noticed it was 6 volts. We kept thinking of getting a 6-volt battery, which now thinking about it's sort of pointless. We probably just should have grabbed it. Anyway, before I grabbed the battery, I got this magazine. This is the first VW MA I got. And originally I was planning on just not using it as my first car, just sort of something that we could use on the farm, sort of like get going. But when I looked through this and I saw all these Beetles restored, especially this oval here, I sort of saw the early shape of the Beetles and I really liked it. And I thought, that's when I thought I'm not gonna make mine into a buggy or restore it. Anyway, so that was the start of that. So we went to a few places, there weren't any 6-volt batteries, and we ended up finding one. But we didn't even, I think we found one after we got it. So we collected it, along with the floor pan, and the spare floor pan came with 36 horse, and it came with a pancake motor from a Type 3 fastback. We'll get into that a little later. Anyway, that's a 66 that floor pan was, and the other car was a 64 standard, so the one I'm restoring now. Anyway, so we brought them home, and I started tearing down the standard. This shed that I'm in now, look, nothing, I'm not in the shed, I'm in the fastback now, but this shed that I am in now didn't look anything like this. When I started getting it, like it was half the size, it was like one bench. That's it. Anyway, I started stripping it down to the basics: guards off, bonnet off, dash components out, sort of stuff like that, you know. And we ended up trying to start it. None of the starters would work, starter motors, so we were trying to fix something or something like that. But then I just decided, let's rip the body off. Anyway, so we did. We hung like ropes up the roof and lifted it up. I don't have pictures. I should have taken a lot more pictures. I regret that, of when I first got it, because this beetle, it's really bad. Like, I've seen a few on YouTube, but this is bad. No wonder it was for free. Anyway, so we got the body off, and then the floor pan. We started doing that. We had to do a few works. There was a hole in the side that we had to fill, a hole in the back we had to fill. 2 floor pans had to be replaced. That's pretty common. But the front bulkhead was also bent, so we had to get the whatever you call them, hydraulic cylinder press things. I don't really know. And bend it and straighten it, and then we had to put 2 new things, I don't know, threads in the bulkhead, and sort of straighten it and fab up some new pieces. But now that's pretty straight, very straight actually. Then we sandblasted it, painted it, and stuff like that. Now, probably at the time before we sandblasted and painted, I think on emails we put out a few things saying, you know, wanted some V-dub bits here and there. Anyway, we got one, and that was, I'll show you these later. It was a Ute beetle, so the one we got out there, and we grabbed a few pieces off the back we needed when we did the body work, and we grabbed the tunnel piece when we were doing the floor pan. Anyway, all the beetles I had no fronts and no backs, so wasn't really getting anywhere. After that, on Facebook Marketplace, we found a front clip, which we haven't used, by the way, on this. That's something else. Then we started to put wanted posters out. We ended up getting a orange beetle from that. And just down the road, I don't know, I think we're driving not far from our place, maybe an hour. And I see up on the hill a yellow car, and I could only really see the windscreen on the front, and I could see the windscreen shape is a beetle. So I said, and we stopped and had a look, and it was a beetle. And so that's the yellow beetle, which is actually on the floor pan of the first time I picked up my beetle, that other floor pan, if you're following along with this story. Sorry about the audio, it's not getting anywhere. I've tried to find the quietest spot today. I was going to do it in the other shed, but it wasn't quiet. Anyway, what happened next? But, yeah. So after we got all the donor cars, yeah, we started sandblasting the floor pan, paint it. I think I've said that. Put it back together, new shocks, stuff like that. I haven't even been through the transaxle. We're just hoping it's good. Same with the engine. Like, I've never heard that run. I just know it's got compression, it's turning, so hopefully it runs. Anyway, and the beam hasn't been through any suspension. So anyway, bodywork. Yeah, there's a lot of that, a lot more than I thought. First off, what did we do? First off, we were doing the dash, I think. And doing the dash, I'll put a picture of that up on the screen now. And then we're doing a bit of the parcel shelf, the back bit under the seat, which still needs redoing. Then we're doing the back, cut a bit in the roof. The back's just, it took us so long to get to here, and then like when we did the head channel, the front, we were just quick. So yeah, we've done a lot. I'll give you a bit of a walk around later and sort of show you. Yeah, I've been doing a lot this week. I haven't been putting videos out because I thought, it's near Christmas time, New Year's. It's past New Year's now. Anyway, what happened next? So this week hasn't been great. I mean, I've made a bit of progress, but I'm just find one thing and then there's another problem. You know what I mean? And it's at the stage where it's sort of happened. If like, is this actually going to get done? Like, I know it will, but it just makes you question, But anyway, it's sort of in that sort of time where it's just like nothing's really going right. You're just sort of questioning, is this the right thing? Is this the right thing? Anyway, enough about that. Backstory on this car. So, I reckon the Beatles, it's probably my favourite car, to be honest with you, my dream car. Especially that one, the way I want to make it my own. Because that's the cool thing about these cars. It's like there's none two the same. You sort of gotta make it your own. I'm sort of a purist, but then again, there's no point making it like everyone else's. You got to show your individuality with all this and what you like, and that's what I'm going to build. What I want, how I want it. My way. You only live once, so build what you want. And build what you should do. If you know what I mean. But anyway, I'm looking on Facebook Marketplace. Now this is a while back. I look on Facebook Marketplace every day for Beatles, see what's cheap. There's been a few that have been real good that I sort of wanted, but I never really got. Anyway, there was this one, $500 for a Super Beetle, and it was complete patina, like barely any rust, especially at C-pills. That's where they rust out on those later Beetles. And I'm not a huge fan of later Beetles, as I said at the start. That's why I didn't really care much for them, because that's what I thought they were. But now that I have got the early one, I do respect them a lot more. Like, they're a similar car. I just think the early ones have got that look, with the headlights and the rear deck lid and the front bonnet. Anyway, but yeah, anyway, we were asking them, can we pick it up this weekend, stuff like that. And they never respond. Anyway, I think it's sold now. Anyway, probably a few days after, we see Type 3 Fastback, $350. No, $400. $400. So it had no front beam, no transaxle, no engine, no wheels. The bonnet was like stuffed. No headlights, no mirrors, no door characteristics. I mean, now. Anyway, and then they said it's sold. Contact you later if the person doesn't want to pick it up. And we thought, yeah, whatever. We're probably not going to get it. Anyway, lo and behold, a few weeks after he said didn't pick it up. Do you want it? $350 now. Anyway, we said yes. We didn't really know how far it was until we actually got there and thought, Jesus, I can hear birds chirping in the back. Ruined the video for me. Anyway, so we went, picked it up, brought it back home. The sole reason we bought it is because it was cheap. Like, I don't know much about fastbacks, and it's not my favourite car. Like, I really like the Beetle. But I've seen the prices of combis or buses, wherever you are, whatever you call them, Type 2s, and Carmen gears, and things. They're not really here in Australia that much. We got country buggies, but they're probably about the same price as the thing would be. Anyway, the only two real affordable models is probably a Type 3 mainly squarebacks and beetles. So when a fastback comes up cheap, we thought we'd get it. You know, because if it's a cheap combi or cheap common gear, probably guaranteed it's rusted out. And I don't, because I don't know when I'm getting to this project. Like a little while after we picked this up, we got a bunch of parts. You know, we got wheels, we got spare seats, high backs, we got like glove box lock, we got the bonnet, we got headlights, we got mirrors. You know, we got a front beam. That was the main thing to make this rolling. And I have seen on the videos, there's a lot of interest in this car, and I don't want to sort of ruin it for all the viewers who are like expecting this to be like Type 3 channel. Like, I understand there is a Type 3 on this, and a few people have been saying, you know, sort of like hinting away there's not many on YouTube, and yeah, I get that. But there's a dog. But I don't want to disappoint. I'm just going to say there's not that much content about this Type 3 going next year, or this year, sorry. The whole reason I started this because I wanted to restore that Beetle, and that's my plan, that's my aim. You know, to be honest, I don't even know if I'll get any more V-dubs after these two. You know, my plan is to keep that 64 forever. Because I know like a lot of people sort of regret having their first car, and it's like worth a fortune nowadays or stuff. And I'm just like, who knows how much Beetles will be back then. I know there's like 23 million of them, but you know, it's just that thought, you know. But anyway, any other backstory stuff before I get onto the tour? But I mean, it has been good, and yeah, it has been good having the Beetle, and even this. But there's always that. There's another thought. Every time I sort of work on this, I'm not saying it's bad, but I always feel like I'm not doing what I should be doing and doing the Beetle, because I'm that sort of person who's like, get one project done, then the next I can't really work on others, because it just bothers me in the back of my mind that I haven't been touching that. You sort of like abandon it. And so, to be honest, if I worked on this car at the same time as that, and I got the rest of the parts for this could be like done. Like, there is not much. There's a little bit of rust, needs the back stuff. Speaking of that, when I did get that first floor pan, it came with a Type 3 motor. Now, a Type 3 1600 with the torque converter. Torque converter means it's automatic, which this car is. This is a 1600 TS automatic. Now, I'm not going to spoil anything, because I reckon it'll be in a future video, but there may be another Type 3 parts haul coming soon that closely relates to that motor. Just saying, just putting it out there. Same with the Beetle. I'm getting some guards soon for that. But yeah. So that's that. You know, we've been going to V-dub shows. I've got a few of these magazines, and it's been good. But yeah, it's like, it's been good. To be honest, I do wish all the fab was done on the Beetle, because it sort of gets to that thing where it's sort of like tiring, and especially in my situation, we don't have power down these sheds at all. So we got power at the other shed, and we just run leads down. Anyway, we got generators down the bottom to sort of run the welder, which works fine. But it's loud, and it sort of it doesn't make it like as enjoyable as it would be, if you know what I mean. Like, even if I wanted to listen to music, you can't, because there's like no internet down there. I mean, you might be able to bring a radio down, but you wouldn't be able to hear it over that generator. It's that sort of thing. So that's why in a lot of videos I don't really talk when I'm working. It's because you can't hear anything I'm saying. That's why. But yeah, I can't wait to get onto the bodywork. I'm sort of over this. I mean, this won't need as much work, but yeah. And every time I go to a show, it's always like, oh, I wish I had my one here. You know, it's like it'll get done, but geez, it's been 3 years. I'm 16 now. I knew about it when I was 12, but I got it when I was 13. So in 3 years, we've restored the floor pan, basically got done most of the bodywork. But that's only really working on weekends when we can, because we've got a farm to run. And other things. But that's enough yapping. This has probably gone on for too long. Let me get you into the tour and show you everything that's been going on. Alrighty there, everybody. Birds again. So I just watched that video I just made like just then you saw. And to be honest, I'm very sorry about the quality at the end. I'm filming on my phone, just a Samsung. I do want a camera. They're pricey, but this will work. Anyway, so this is the floor pan of my 64. You probably know that, and this is the 71 fastback. Now I'll keep you updated of why this bonnet's up. So I might have said in a video a while back on this, I don't know, but this bonnet just wasn't opening like good. It was sort of rough, and if it wasn't opening, you had to pull this. Anyway, so what we've done is we took the glove box out, and I tell you, there's one thing I love about the Beetle is you don't have to take everything apart just to take that glove box apart. Like, there's so many wirings and stuff under here. It's sort of a pain. I don't want to break it. Let's have a look in here. I'm trying to keep the camera steady too, because I've seen on my previous videos it's really bad, but I'm just not good with that. Anyway, that's the lever. You can feel that slop in there. Needs tension. Anyway, so we've taken the catch out from the top, just so it doesn't accidentally shut on us, because then it's locked forever. Is this in here? Yeah, this is in here, but I reckon the spring needs tensioning or something. So yeah, the old one was all cracked, and it was always sort of snagging on the broken spots. But I reckon the spring needs tensioning, sort of so it retracts the lever thing back. But anyway, as I said about the parts thing, we may see what we're doing with this. For now, hang on, what's that little hole? I haven't noticed that before. I don't know what it's for. No idea. Anyway, for now, it's got to stay like this. Oh. So, 2025, what will happen to the Type 3? Well, if that parts I'm talking about, if it shows up, so don't hope on it. I mean, you probably wouldn't care less because it's my car, not yours. But, then we're going to be doing that. But otherwise, I don't know. I know there's a lot of people interested in the Type 3. I don't want to disappoint, but genuinely don't know what work will be done to this next year. It is a cool car. I do think the fastback's is my favourite model. I do like a notchback too, though, and a squareback. So, but with the later ones, I probably prefer the fastback. See how it's a bit more squared off the bonnet. No, hang on, the fastback. Did I say squareback? I don't know. But anyway, here's the shed. You want to see the shed? This isn't mine. There's my cabinets. I got a sticker. when I went there for the floor pans and all the brake components. Don't know what that noise is. There's all my parts. I'm trying to clean up the shelves and stuff. I've started to label these. All my containers of bits, you know. And I still need a sway bar for that. Anti-sway bar, whatever you call the thing on the front. I mean, I've got one, but I don't have the good bushings. I've got stuffed ones. Anyway, jeez, this video's gonna drag on. There's that 40 horse we got the other day. I drained some oil out of it and put some new one in. You've seen it's made a mess. It was a snake just back here the other day. Oh, bit of a visitor. Anyway, let's show you. I'll show you the donor beetles first, then I'll show you mine. I don't want to be out here too long because I reckon this is going to be the worst audio so far. But here are the donor beetles. So this is the first one we ever got. This is a... Oops. I've just realised there's something else painting that I've left out here. And now it looks stuffed. Anyway, I don't know what year this is. You can see the petals are a little different style. There's a few other things that are a little bit different on this. What else was there different? Oh, now I can't even think. Anyway, the pedals were different, I'll tell you that. And the steering wheel, it's a black steering wheel. I don't know if they had that in the 60s. So I think and the ashtray was different, but that's not in it now. So I think it might be 65, 66. Australia was weird, they didn't really change that much, and they were a bit different to Germany and the rest of the countries that made beetles. Let's get on to the second one that we got. This one is a 58, and this is, in my opinion, the worst condition. You can see there's bullet holes. Sort of hard. These are my old guards, so they've been pretty butchered. You can see all this mangled. Yeah. There's all pushed in there. You can see the heater channels was down there. I don't know. But yeah, that's that. I don't know how the light is. Anyway. This is the last one we got. And it is sitting on the floor pan of when I got mine. So it's a 66 floor pan that had a 36 horse in it for some reason. And yes, we just set the body on it to sort of get it rolling. But we've got some good cuts out of this one, like here. So we got that bit out. Even with this, see, we got these back bits in here. I think I've said once, this one, the body might stay. It's pretty bad, but the thing is, it's already cut into a ute. A ute here in Australia, which is like a pickup truck or something like that in America. Utes like an El Camino or a Ranchero for America. So it's like a car with like a pickup back. That's what a ute is. Anyway, I'm not getting into the details of that. Got some 36 horse stuff in here in the back. Anyway, let me show you the beetle, the one that started all this. Now, before I get into what's going to happen this year, I'll show you what I've done this last week, which hasn't been successful, and I'm sort of like, I don't know, losing a bit of hope. It's going to get done. It's going to get done. I know it. So I've been welding all here, trying to fill every single hole. Same with here, but then we've blown some more holes. It's what happens when it gets thin. I don't know if a lot of people have this problem, but we have this problem all the time. I've made this piece up, electrical go in here, which I was going to do today, but I thought, you know what, I'll make a video. Welded there. Here we can have a look underneath. There you go. Looks pretty rough, but that's what happens. It's turning into some patchwork, which I really didn't want to do because every time I see one, it's like, oh, I don't like it. But we've had to put a patch in there. Oh, sorry about the camera. And an L-shaped one. But I've done those. I've got to put a piece in here, which is going to be a pain. Got to drill these. I've put a piece. I made a piece under there, which isn't too bad actually. I folded this over. What else have I done? In the back, open this door. Hopefully it's not too loud for you. I put this piece in, which I made on that short, and I put this in, which I'm not happy with. It doesn't have holes. It may look like it does, but it doesn't. But yeah, I think that's about what I've done. I'm trying to work out this back area. Have a look at this. So it's flat there. And it's not there, like it sticks up and everything. Anyway, I've got this piece here which came off that blue beetle, which I haven't really showed you. It was sort of a cut. Anyway. Or it was behind all the others. I think that's about what I've done. Oh, I've welded up all the holes in the roof. Someone drilled holes to put the headliner in. You can see every spot I've primed up there, the little dots. Which is not how you put a headliner in. You're meant to put it in the right way. You don't drill holes and put it in. Another thing is for Christmas, I got my 7-inch sander. And I've ordered some 80 grit paper in the post, so I don't know when that's coming, but that should sand down a bit. It is the school holidays. Oh, here's another thing I've done. Build that. I've got a few days off by myself. So I've just been doing all this by myself. But anyway, let's get to the point. 2025. What will we be doing this year? Hopefully, at least halfway through the year. That's most actually. I want all the fab and all the paint stripped down. I don't know if that's cutting it too short or cutting it too long. I don't know, yeah. Rip this trim off here too. But that's the plan. That leaves us to do this next thing: epoxy primer, filler, high fill, and of course like the final sand. Like it sounds easy, but it's not. And then I think I know a place that's going to get painted. Going to get painted because I'm going to do the body work, but I'm not going to do the final paint. Going to get painted ruby red, hopefully at the end of this year. And no, it's not that red. That's shocking. Like you've got to see it to believe it. How bad this is. Like, no, it's not going to be that red. But yeah, hopefully at the end of the year. Long term wise, hopefully this gets done when I make things. To be honest with you, I know a lot of my family aren't too happy with it, but I do want to daily drive this. You know, I don't know much about car engines to be honest. I do know quite a bit about bodywork. I'm not going to brag because I'm like, you know, 16, but I know what I'm doing with this, like, briefly. Even with filler, I sort of know what I'm doing. But I don't know much about mechanics. I find it fun because, you know, I don't know, you always blow holes when you're welding, in my experience. Where, you can't really do that with nuts and bolts. But yeah. So next year we just got to do this heater channel here. Got to do the roof. Got to finish off the back. And let me know if you guys want to see this or not, because I only film things I think you guys would want to see, but even that, I don't think you guys want to see it. But yeah, stuff like that. I want to get from here to the front, like including the bonnet and the guards, or hood, wherever you live. We call it bonnet in Australia. stripped down to bare metal these holidays. Hopefully that'll happen, and if we can get it back on the floor pan to start that heater channel. But yeah, what was I saying? No idea. I was saying something. That's what I was saying. Yeah, long term, I've got some little accessories here and there. I'm sort of doing a vintage speed on it. I want it to look like you sort of bought it in '64 and you took it to, say, a vintage speed shop, like a performance place, and they did a few little tweaks here and there. Like, I would like a Judson supercharger on the engine here. Actually, I'll get to the engine. How about that? A Judson supercharger, which is like a period correct accessory as far as I know, and one of those Porsche sort of filter things. I've already got one. I just scuffed them down the other day. I want to paint them. I already painted them, but it was this terrible matte black and I didn't like it. So yeah, I'm thinking this is only a single port 1200 64 motor. To be honest, I don't even know how you really tell from 1200 to whatever. I just go off what's been said, and I know this is apparently a 1200. So that's what I'm calling it. Yeah, so Judson supercharger, the Porsche like Fram oil thing. I don't know what it's called. A doghouse fan shroud at the back. Apparently that's better for cooling. That's more of a reliability thing to me. 12 volt, again reliability thing. I was thinking of disc brakes, but people like 1200s probably don't really need it. And I thought, nah, we'll give it a go with drums first. See how it goes. It's not a heavy car. To be honest, I've never driven a V-dub. I haven't driven many cars, but I'll leave that, guys, up to you if you want to say something in the comments. If at least one person watches this, I don't think when they see the time, they're not going to watch this. But anyway, if you have watched it this far, thank you. But yeah, so I hope I'm not like one of those channels. There's a lot of channels that sort of buy cars, they do this, they do that, and they get lots of views, entertainment. Like I watch the same thing. But to be honest, it's like this is the part 1, 2, 3. It's a full rest, so once this is done, maybe we do like a will it run on something else or that. But we don't have the time frame to do those sort of things. And the more we do that, the less we do this, the more we have to do this to get this done, if you know what I mean. But anyway, so some people might not be that entertained by it, whatever floats your boat, but that's the way it is for me. But yeah, would like to see this car fully painted this year. Hopefully, I really do hope. On another topic, I might talk about the channel now. Now, as I said before, the Type 3 is getting a lot of attention. I mean, yeah, good luck to you guys liking that car. I just don't want to be that person to disappoint in saying, we're not doing videos on the Type 3. I mean, I like the car. It's not my dream car, this here is. But it's like, yeah, I gotta get this done, and I don't really want to be like sort of disappointing people when they keep seeing content about the 64 Beetle, And there probably are some people that do like Beetles, Well, there'd be a lot more than Type 3 people, I'm assuming. Don't get me wrong or anything. But yeah, so that's happened. I'm trying to come up with good soundtracks as well for my videos. I don't know if you sort of get sick of hearing the same old stuff, but that's that. Would like some input of what you guys like. Like, I've found some cover songs. I thought, apparently if you do stuff like that, it sort of relates to people. I've been trying to find older songs, 'cause that's what I like. But again, let me know. Let you let me know. That's what I was trying to say about what you like. Um, yeah, yeah. I think that might be about it. I don't have much more to say. Anyway, that's the plan. Um, it's going to be 4 V-dub shows next year. Let me know if you want me to film them or not. I haven't filmed the one I went to, or one or two. No, one. I've only been to one since I started the channel. I don't know, it's sort of like, I don't know, it's a bit weird. I don't know. I just don't do it. Let me know what you want to say. And yeah, hopefully this year will be good in terms of everything. But yeah. Oh, well, I've not filmed this for you. Not much more to say. I'm not going to keep saying yeah, because you're probably getting bored. But yeah. Anyway, that's it from me, this video. Thank you for watching, if you have watched for this long, because, I mean, I don't blame you if you don't. It's probably going to take forever. I'll try the best I can with editing, and the background noise, and the quality of the videos. It's just not the greatest. But you know what, we're working on it, we're getting there. But anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope some of you stick around for 2025. As I said, not much on the Type 3, but if you like Beatles, there's Beatles, and that's about it. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Happy New Year. I haven't really said anything about that. There goes another bird. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one, if you're there for that.